Todd County Central. National anthem is on the way, so we'll step away. When we come back, we get you your starting lineups and tip-off for this girls' 13th District Championship game between Franklin Simpson and Todd County Central on 92.3 WFKN.
Hey, Mr. Smith, what was that call about last Friday night?
Well, Doc, I thought he crossed the line.
I'm pretty sure everyone in the stands thought you were the one that crossed the line with that call.
I guess I get that all the time, Doc.
Well, I'm glad you finally came in here to get your eyes checked at Wilkins Eye Care.
And like I said, I hear that all the time.
Go, Cats!
Wilkins Eye Care, 705 North Main Street, Franklin, Kentucky.
Something may have ended.
Hey, this also keeps up with the plus minus, minutes played, and all that kind of stuff too. So
That's crazy.
And now, let's meet the starting lineup. First, the divisional scoreboard. The tournament's number 2 seed, Todd County Central, Lady Rebels. All freshman, number 3, Catherine Fowler. All freshman, number 10, Jordan Shedwell. All sophomore, number 4, Chloe Collins.
Back with you here at Franklin Simpson High School, courtside on Frank Cardwell Court, where the starting lineups are being announced for this district championship game, so let's meet them as well. First, for the Lady Rebels of Todd County Central, 15-12 on the season. They went 3-3 in the district in the regular season, but beat Logan County by 3 in their opening round game on Tuesday under third-year head coach Nick Suttle, playing in their second straight district title game. They go 3 guards, 2 forwards. Their star 5'10 senior Alexis Taylor, averaging 16.8 points, 8.6 rebounds per game, committed to play college basketball at Midway once her high school career is over. The other forward is 5'10 junior Jemiah Kay. Quietly can break out in spots. We've seen opportunities where she has been the best offensive player on this team, averaging 12.5 points and 7 rebounds per game on this season. Scored 15 points in the second regular season game between these two teams. The guards are Chloe Collins, Jordan Shimwell, Damia Garrett. Shimwell, the best scorer of those 3, averaging 9 points per game. For Franklin Simpson at 24-2 overall on the season under fifth-year head coach Ashley Taylor, 109 up, 26 down. She's 38-2 against this district, 81-15 against this region, coaching the Lady Cats that are tied for 4th in the statewide poll. 3 guards, 2 forwards, the backcourt all seniors, Lanaya Brown, Jasmine Savage, and Vanessa Ray. And then down low, the best front court duo this region has to offer, 5'8 junior Chloe Smith and 5'11 senior Larisha Cawthorn. The double-double machine, averaging 21 points, 11 rebounds per game. Had her streak of 5 straight double-doubles snapped in the win against Russellville because she only played about 2 quarters in total and still had 22 points and 7 rebounds. She wins the tip uncontested, and we're underway from Franklin Simpson High School. Vanessa Ray drives in, kicks it out to Cawthorn. She wants a 3 to start this thing. Missed it long, but Chloe Smith gets the offensive rebound. Drives it Taylor, loses it. Now Franklin Simpson resets up top with Ray. And TB, the big story in this one, potentially the last time that we see Alexis Taylor and Larisha Cawthorn face off.
yeah, and that's going to be a big matchup. We know that Larisha on the defensive end will probably match up with Alexis Taylor, and so she's going to have her work cut out for her.
Ray stops at the free throw line, kicks to Savage for a left corner 3. It's missed short. Rebound fought for on the baseline. Last touched by Shimwell. It might have been tipped by Todd County Central, and that's why Shimwell thought she had to go for it. Regardless, it'll stay with the Lady Cats. 35 seconds in. Still scoreless from Franklin Simpson. Lady Cats in base white uniforms with blue stripes as Chloe Smith gets the inbound on the right block and scores the first basket. Boy, she's been playing great as of late. Had 11 points against Russellville. Has 2 double-doubles in her last 4 games. Up at Glasgow, where she tied her season high with 17, and against Todd County Central in that offensive explosion for the Lady Cats. Shimwell gives it off to Kay, driving against Smith, now leaves it off on the right wing to Collins. Runs into Brown, cut off at the free throw line, and has to send it back out to Shimwell.
Yeah, Todd County has to find some way to penetrate. That's where they did a lot of their damage last game, is drawing fouls.
Shimwell gets around Ray, kicks it out to Taylor for a corner 3. That misses long. Smith lost the rebound off her own hands. And Todd County Central will keep it underneath.
And I wonder if that'll be the game plan, is for them to attack and at least try to make Franklin get into foul trouble.
As good as Taylor is inside, she's also their most efficient three-point shooter at 30%. She's made 21 this season. Kay gets the inbound. Defensive miscommunication leaves her wide open. Cawthorn was on her, then split off, and nobody picked her up. So we're tied up at 2. Ray splits through a double team, lost it, gets it back. Beautiful find to Brown on the left block, and she banks it up and in and lets out a scream after the fact as well.
And, I mean, she really jumped up for that ball. Vanessa kind of gave her a little hard time with the pass, but she got up there and still scored.
Lanai averaging 7 per game on the season. Shimwell has it ripped away at the free throw line by Ray, and then Lanai Brown is fouled, bringing it across half court by Collins. That's going to be something to watch. Obviously, the fouls from Franklin Simpson's side with all the free throws that Todd County Central wants to take with those 31 in the last game. But here's the other thing that we got to see, TB, in that game on Tuesday. The Lady Rebels are more than likely only going to play 6 players in this ball game.
Yeah, they cut their rotation because they really need this starting lineup to produce some points.
And they already make the first substitution with Catherine Ballard now in there at guard. She's the 6th player that will play. Savage tries an elbow jumper. It misses long, and it's rebounded down low by Shimwell. We did see Jasmine hit a 2 against Russellville, a very rare one for her. Can't knock down the mid-range jumper here, and Taylor now operates on the elbow against Cawthorn. Driving right, kicks it out into the corner. Kay fakes a 3, gets baseline, leaves it for Taylor, and she's fouled trying a layup.
And again, it's the ball movement right now for Todd County that's gotten them opportunities inside the paint for Taylor to draw the foul.
Overall in the season, they average 18.9 free throw attempts per game. And their wins, that jumps up to 21.4 as Taylor makes the first of these 2 free throws. And of those 21.4, Taylor by herself in their wins takes 8.5 per game. Woo. 8 times this year she's taken double-digit free throws. They're 6-2 in those games. The second one falls. She's 2 for 2, and we're tied up at 4 apiece. And here we see a little 2-2-1 full court pressure from Todd County Central.
They're going to have to mix it up and make Franklin really work on the offensive end.
Opposite of what they did in the district championship last year when they really tried to pack it in. Smith, elbow, nice find to a cutting Cawthorn. Her layup misses long, though, trying to bat the rebound out, but it goes to Shimwell for another board. Double crossover on the right side, now being double teamed, and Brown takes it away. Hands it off to Ray. Vanessa left side. Leaves it for Brown. Her floater misses long, but Cawthorn got down there, and her putback won't miss. Great job by Risha not to just assume that Franklin was going to score there.
I mean, that's what this team does. They run the court no matter who has the ball, and there's 3 Franklin Simpson players down there.
Nasia Nolan will check in at the next dead ball for Franklin Simpson. She was the star the last time these 2 teams faced off. Vanessa Ray led the way with 17. Nasia had a career-high 16 with 4 3-pointers. Taylor drives it, Cawthorn. Smith comes to help, blocking foul called. Is it on LaRisha or Chloe? If it's Risha, it's her second. They call it on Chloe Smith, and now both the bigs have a foul apiece. And so far, TB, I know Todd County Central down by 2, but I think this game has gone exactly like they would like it to.
Yeah, I mean, drawing fouls and having Taylor get to the line,
yes.
check for them. And then if they can keep up this pace of making these bigs on Franklin Simpson commit these fouls, it'll put some stress on Franklin Simpson.
She's also their best percentage free throw shooter at 65%. She's 100% tonight. And we're tied up at 6 as Taylor has 4, all from the free throw line. Nolan comes in for Vanessa Ray. Chloe Smith now sends it over to the left side to Brown to break the pressure. Into the corner. Cawthorn. Kay gambled for the steal. Couldn't get it. And LaRisha cruises in for 2. Now the Lady Cats applying some full court pressure. Chloe Collins brings it up against Nolan. Collins, just sophomore, averaging 2.5 points per game. Leaves it off for Kay. Wild shot over Smith, misses, but she gets her own rebound. Bumps into Smith, throws up a wild shot, nearly fell. But the bigger concern is she got Chloe leaning, knew she was, and just threw it up. And now Smith has 2 fouls.
And that's what we talked about just a second ago is the fouls. You're going to have to play disciplined basketball against this team that has shown you the capabilities of drawing these fouls.
Kay makes the first free throw. She had 15 in the second regular season game between these two teams. Went 9 for 10 at the free throw line. In fact, between just Shimwell, Kay, and Taylor, they're 3 leading scorers on the season as Kay misses the second of these 2 free throws. Those 3 alone went 25 for 27. All of them took at least 7 free throws. Vanessa Ray holds it up top. Chloe Collins waits for her now as it's a 3-2 zone look defensively. Todd County Central, like you said, they're going to mix it up. Savage has it on the elbow just inside the 3-point line. Nolan, long 2, banked it in. They're going to need her tonight.
And a great just kind of give and go, kind of relocated right behind us. Oh.
Nearly a steal for Franklin Simpson, but instead another foul is called. It's Vanessa Ray's first, and already with 3:40 left in this first quarter, Todd County Central in the bonus, but it's Franklin Simpson who leads it 10-7. Lady Cats have gotten all of their points from the field. Todd County Central with just 1 field goal so far. Collins trapped at half court, gives it to Shimwell on the left wing. Crosses over, attacks Brown, leaves it underneath. Ballard tries a block jumper and gets it to go over Nolan. She's an inside player, despite the lack of size for the freshman, averaging 3.5 points per game, has only made 5 3-pointers this season. And Franklin Simpson gives it back with a pass thrown away on the far side. Todd County Central has possession with 3:20 left in the quarter, now down by just 1, 10-9.
And the only thing we're not seeing right now from the Franklin Simpson team is they're not generating any turnovers like we have seen them all year.
1-3-1 look defensively right now to apply some extra pressure. Taylor sends it over on the right side, down low Kay against Cawthorn. Blocked the shot right out of her hands. Kay got the rebound. Larisha blocked it again. Cawthorn has it knocked away from behind by Kay. Nobody told her she was coming. And then Savage is called for a foul, diving in for the loose ball. And it'll be 2 free throws for Jemiah Kay.
It's not typical that we see Larisha lose the ball in a fast break. She's usually really good on that, but then just got back tip right there. And again, another foul, and they're already in the bonus.
2 free throws on the way for Kay. Just split a pair. This is exactly what Todd County Central wants this game to be. Like you said, no turnovers and points at the charity stripe, but Kay is now just 1 for 3 as she misses the first of these 2. She's a 55% free throw shooter on the season, which is what made her 9 for 10 performance so amazing in the game at Todd County. Bends and fires up the second, missed it long, and Ray gets the rebound. Vanessa drives around Chloe Collins, runs into a double team, tries to go to Cawthorn, and threw it away. Shimwell up ahead. Taylor drives around Ray, pushed the layup long. Cawthorn with the rebound. Great defense by Vanessa not to foul. Larisha, double crossover, triple crossover. Stuck at the elbow. Kick out, Savage, Trey. Missed long, and Taylor clears for Todd County. That would have been an assist and a half if Larisha was able to get it, but Savage couldn't knock down the 3, and it's still a 1-point game. Collins stuck on the elbow. Nolan pokes it away for a moment. Collins wraps, sends it on the baseline. Nobody was there. She thought Shimwell was going to cut, but she stayed in the corner.
And again, this is something that we know about this Franklin Simpson team is they have really great on-ball defensive pressure. Yeah. And that's what we saw displayed right there.
And really need to turn it into some open court turnovers. Cawthorn gets it across half court, gets around Taylor. Inside through 2 defenders, count it, and 1. And I think if you're Franklin Simpson, you take note immediately on both ends. If there's pretty much any contact inside, it seems like the early indication, because that was one that most of the season, Larisha probably doesn't get that call. I think they're going to call a lot of those tonight.
And I think if you're Larisha, I mean, you have to just continue to go at them, get the ball around the wing, and you have the capabilities to dribble and get into the paint.
The Miss Kentucky basketball candidate from this region, committed to play at Tennessee Tech. already has 6 points, looking to make it 7 at the charity stripe as the free throw falls. She's now 23 for 27 over her last 3 games in 6 minutes. And the Lady Cats lead at 13-9 with 2 minutes left in this first quarter. Shimwell up top, sends it over on the right side to Collins. Guarded by Majayla Butler, the sophomore, in for Franklin Simpson. And off the ball, we get an illegal screen called against Todd County Central. That goes on Shimwell. This one of the 4 district championship games going on across the region tonight, as Todd County Central takes a timeout with 1:49 left in the quarter. The other matchups taking place: Barron County, Warren East, South Warren.
I don't do the most, but I do a lot. I'ma make a toast, cause we still alive. No big, I feel like Pac. I shoot a shot. I'm coming in hot. Yeah, coming in hot, just like the fajita. I write what I live, my life in the speaker. I'm nice with the flow.
We'll do the girls' draw tomorrow, and the boys will take place the following day. If you're Franklin Simpson, you're the team that nobody wants to draw in this tournament. Is out of the timeout. Shimwell kicks the pass from Vanessa Ray. Frustrating start for the Lady Cats, and TB, I would say more of the frustration lying with the fouls that they're committing on defense than the offense. Because without those fouls, you're probably generating more of your offense with your defense.
Yeah, the pace gets quicker without the foul calls, but for every foul stop, I mean, you get free throws and the clock stops.
Butler wraps it over to Brown on the left side, drives into Collins, kicks it out to Nolan. Another long 2, and she banks in another one. 2 for 2 off the glass. Down low, Collins left alone initially, Down there, it's Ballard. Nobody was nearer, and Catherine Ballard already has 4 points. She's scored in double figures 2 of her last 3 games, had 11 points in that game against Logan County on Tuesday. As Cawthorn, beautiful dart from right block to left block to Brown, who scores off the bounce pass to answer.
And I think on this defensive possession, you have to lock in a couple of defensive lapses in judgment so far in this game, something that's very uncharacteristic for Franklin.
Brown takes it away from Shimwell. In transition, Lanaya to the right block. She's already got 6 points in this ball game. A welcome sight after she only scored 5 against Russellville. 35 seconds left in the quarter. Collins brings it up, fires it on the far side to Kay. Hounded by Butler. Runs into 3 defenders. Falls down with it. Is it a travel or an offensive foul? Either way, it's Franklin Simpson basketball. They're going to call the offensive foul for the charge against Kay. It was one of the 2, didn't matter which one. And that's her second foul.
And that's what we talked about the pace being quickened for this team, and that's what they needed to just score in spurts.
Damia Garrett comes in for Kay. Garrett, a junior, averaging 5.8 per game on the season, is the leader in three-pointers made with 31 as Cawthorn comes down the right side, right into Taylor. Charge called. And that's the second on Larisha. She and Chloe were both on the floor together, at least for this offensive possession with 2 fouls. And now they're both going to come out. And at least here, TB, for the final 22 seconds of this quarter, the Lady Cats are going to run that 5-guard lineup with Ray, Brown, Nolan, Butler, and Savage. Shimwell brings it across, gives to Chloe Collins on the left side. They go to Taylor with no big to defender. Spins against Butler, misses with the left hand. Savage gets the rebound. Off to Nolan. 7 seconds left in the quarter. Nasia sprinting to the right side is fouled by Collins, and that's the 5th on Todd County Central, so it's 2 free throws for Nasia Nolan.
And that's a bad foul if you're Todd County. You don't want to give up 2 free points right there. You played a really good first quarter as far as getting points up on the board in itself, and then giving up that foul. I mean, you can extend this lead to 10 points. And
that's the second foul on Collins. She and Kay with 2, Cawthorn and Smith with 2 for Franklin Simpson. As Nolan's first free throw swishes home. I know she and Coach Taylor are both happy to see that. She struggled at the line since returning, now playing in just her 9th game back, averaging 4 points per game at the career high 16 against Todd County Central. And the second free throw falls. She's already got 6 points in this one. And the Lady Cats have pushed this lead out to 10 all of a sudden. 21-11. 1 second left in the quarter. Ball lost on the far side. They're going to let the buzzer sound. And the Lady Cats, despite the foul trouble, able to put up 21 in this opening quarter. Not quite the 30 they ran up against the Lady Rebels the last time around. But as we head into the second frame, Franklin Simpson leads at 21-11 in the girls' 13th district championship game. You're listening to Franklin Simpson basketball on 92.3 WFKN. We can do a minute.
Looking for a place to connect, grow, and worship? Discover Franklin First United Methodist Church in downtown Franklin. Join us every Sunday for 2 uplifting services. Experience our traditional service at 9 a.m., where hymns and heartfelt messages bring our community together. Or come to our contemporary worship service at 11 a.m., where you'll find a lively atmosphere filled with modern music and inspiration. No matter where you are on your faith journey, there's a place for you here. Join us this Sunday at Franklin First United Methodist Church. We can't wait to welcome you home.
How are you liking your new system?
It's taking some time to get used to, but I'm liking it.
I'm all. 21-11, Franklin Simpson leads over Todd County Central as we get set for the start of the second quarter. Lady Cats playing this district championship on their home floor. Ahead thanks to 7 first quarter points from Larisha Cawthorn and 6 from Nasia Nolan with a big spark off the bench. Cawthorn is on the bench for the Lady Cats, as is her other star forward, Chloe Smith, each with 2 fouls. Lanaya Brown deflects the ball into the backcourt to start this quarter. It was saved initially by Chloe Collins, flew it right back to Lanaya, and now she's got 8 points. I was going to get to her next in that rotation, and I think she was upset that it took me so long. Another ball knocked away on the near side. Brown picks up a foul. If it was on Nessa, it would have been her second. Fortunately, Lanaya just picks up her first. Now, every starter for Franklin Simpson with at least 1 foul already in this game. Todd County Central took 8 free throws in that first quarter. Alexis Taylor gets it down low, kicks it out right side. Damia Garrett for 3, missed long. Butler clears the rebound. She's double-teamed, fires it out to Savage on the far side, and she saves it on the sideline before Coach Taylor takes a timeout. Lady Cats understandably struggling with 2 or 3 players out there playing out of position, but leading at 23-11 with 7:19 left in the second quarter, brought to you by Wilkins Eye Care. Wilkins Eye Care, we love the Lady Cats and support all of the players and coaches' eye care needs. We are accepting new patients, so call us at 270-776-2020 to make an appointment with Wilkins Eye Care in Franklin. Tyler Eaton and Tavius Fab with you. TB, we said through about halfway through the first quarter, this game was going exactly like Todd County Central would want it to go. Franklin Simpson, out of necessity.
Mr. Smith, what was that call about last Friday night?
Well, Doc, I thought he crossed the line.
I'm pretty sure everyone in the stands thought you were the one that crossed the line with that call.
I guess I get that all the time, Doc.
Well, I'm glad you finally came in here to get your eyes checked.
What's going on with Franklin? And then out of nowhere, they just Franklin Simpson just makes Todd County commit 4 more turnovers into the second quarter. And I mean, if that's the pace you're getting from Franklin Simpson, that's exactly what you want.
That was the recipe for Franklin Simpson in last year's district championship win over Todd County Central. They took 26 more shots than the Lady Rebels in that game. They won the rebound battle by 11, but that wasn't the whole result. Nasia Nolan misses a 3-pointer short out of the timeout, and here comes Shimwell the other way. Brings it across half-court herself all the way to the rim. Ray blocks it from behind, spiked it onto the baseline, and it'll stay with Todd County Central underneath. I think Nessa there flashed the full hops for everybody. Shimwell will quickly try to inbound it, doesn't have an option, and now just has to throw it out to Garrett deep on the right wing. Taylor gets it guarded by Butler. Into the corner, Shimwell drives against Brown, gets inside, flips up a runner, missed long, but the rebound is picked up by Taylor. Goes into the body of Butler, misses the first try, but Majela went down, and they're going to get her for a late blocking foul. That will give Alexis Taylor 2 more free throws. She's 4 for 4 at the stripe for all 4 of her points tonight.
And I think if you're Alexis Taylor, you have to hunt all of your points right now. With LaRisha off the bench, you more or less have a mismatch down low,
yes.
and that's your time to shine to get some points on the board.
Had 9 points and 7 rebounds in that first loss. Mind you, they scored 14 points. She had 9 of them. Second time around, scores 17 points as she makes the second free throw. She scored at least 27 times this year, a season high of 29 in the opener. 13 double-doubles on the season, but none of them between the 5 matchups against Franklin Simpson and Logan County. She'll have a better chance at it tonight with so little Cawthorn and Smith, both of who with their 2 fouls are going to check in at the next dead ball anyways. Savage waving off Ray, who holds it at half court with 6:15 left before halftime and a 23-13 Franklin Simpson lead. Lanaya Brownwell will come to get it. And they're just daring Todd County Central to come out and apply some pressure.
I think they want them to overextend so they can get a good look at the basket.
Ray gets to the top of the key, guarded by Collins. Crosses over, gets inside, pulls from 8, left it short, and Taylor gets another rebound. Alexis brings it across herself. Butler and Ray both pick her up as she brings it across half court. Now it goes back out to Collins. Drive and kick to Shimwell. Guarded now by Butler off the switch. Majela, the defensive specialist, averaging just under 2 points, 2.5 rebounds per game on the season. Taylor gets it down low. She's getting the LaRisha treatment, triple team, and then she threw it away to Lanaya. Holds it up in transition. Beautiful hesitation on the right elbow, drives and scores. She's already got 10. She hit the brakes, hit the gas, and Todd County had nothing for it.
And that all started with a triple team on Alexis Taylor. That's all game plan, guys.
Collins gives it to Taylor deep on the left wing. Fakes the 3 over Butler, now gives it to Collins. Drives right into Ray. Her pass deflected by Nolan, but Kay up with it. Baseline, trapped, wild jumper, left short. Rebound collected by Collins, the smallest player on the floor. Snuck in, grabbed it, and scored.
And a much-needed basket for Todd County because I feel like they're going to start reeling if they gave up another possession without a bucket.
Now 25-15, Franklin Simpson still up 10. Making do without Cawthorn and Smith. Again, both will check in at the next dead ball. We're down to 4:35 left before halftime. If you're Franklin Simpson and this lead is still double digits when they come back in, mission accomplished. Butler gets a handoff from Ray, now brings it to the top of the key. Taylor guarding her loosely. Nolan flashes off the ball, but Butler holds on to it, now gives it to Ray. Guarded by Collins. Isolated on that left side. Gets inside, banks it in from 6 feet.
And talk about the hang time. I mean, stopping on a dime and just hanging in the air, getting her own shot over the defender.
And a great job by the Lady Cats to clear out that left side of the floor. Kay drives down the right side, splits through 2 defenders at the rim, missed the layup long. Another offensive rebound, though, and then a tie-up called as Garrett has a jump ball forced, and the arrow sends it back to Franklin Simpson. So not only did the Lady Cats keep the lead in double digits, they actually add a couple points to it, as now Smith and Cawthorn will check back in. Nolan and Butler come out.
And I mean, that's what you can ask for when you don't have your starters in there, to extend the lead and not gain any more fouls during that time. I mean, it's really impressive for these Lady Cats. For now, you got LaRisha in there and able to let her go to work.
Garrett comes out for Todd County Central. Ballard back in for her. Ballard with 4 points. Her 2 field goals, the most for anybody on this Todd County Central team. They've only made 4 shots in this game, trailing at 27-15. Savage, another deep 2 from the left side. Long. Cawthorn has the rebound over Kay, then has it knocked away, and it's lost. Last touched by Cawthorn as it sails into the Todd County Central bench.
It's a good look there by Jasmine. Just sometimes it doesn't fall. She's not used to taking too many 2s throughout a game.
Shimwell brings it across, guarded by Ray. Jordan Shimwell scoreless so far, the freshman averaging 9 per game. Last year as an 8th grader, broke out with a season-high 20 against Franklin Simpson in the regular season. Really established herself moving forward. They had an injury that brought her into the spotlight, and she's been in the starting lineup pretty much ever since. Kay holds it on the right wing, looking for Taylor, can't get it to her initially. Now she gets it on the elbow, quickly kicks it out to Collins, drives into a double team. Outside Kay, one more to Shimwell, left corner 3 over Cawthorn. Air-mailed long, but Collins had a chance to chase it down on the baseline, stepped out trying to grab it though.
And the hardest part about Todd County is in that possession, there were so many times they had to skip the ball because the denial on the first pass was just there.
Nolan comes back in, Savage out, and I think, TB, the difficulty for Todd County, they're in a similar spot to Franklin Simpson, where Taylor is not just their best scorer down there in the post, but she's also probably their best facilitator. Nolan leaves it for Smith on the block against Taylor, kicks it back out to Nasia, then to Lanaya Brown up top. Ray left side to Brown on the right elbow. Nolan right corner for three. Short, but chases down her own miss. Leaves it for Smith. Right elbow, Jay, long. Taylor tips the rebound, and it's collected again by Jordan Shimwell. Only averages 3.5 per game. This time brings it across. Ray picks her pocket, scores on the left block. 29-15 Franklin Simpson.
And then again, a great job by Vanessa by not running into the defender, not taking the charge or getting a charge call, but going up straight.
Shimwell sends it over to Chloe Collins on the right side. Collins averaging 2.5 points per game. To Taylor, 3 over Ray. Rattles home. They needed that bad.
They needed a shot to go down, but right now, Franklin Simpson, I think they're just in cruise control right now because they have full control on the offensive end.
How often do you make this statement? Taylor with her first field goal, she's now got 9 points. Cawthorn, nice find to Ray, cutting in from the right side, missed it long. Smith gets the offensive rebound against Ballard. The mismatch taken advantage of, and the putback good.
And right now, just this Todd County team doesn't have anything on the defensive end.
Smith deflects the pass, nearly picked it off. Collins gets it back, though. Gives it off to Shimwell at the top of the key. 1:10 left before halftime. Franklin Simpson leads 31-18. It's been a fast second quarter. Thanks to the lack of fouls, just 2 fouls total. Taylor drives, her pass kicked by Cawthorn with 59.5 seconds left in the quarter.
Yeah, and right now they're just not really able to get any penetration in this defense. And again, outside of that Taylor shot, they really haven't generated much offense.
Brown and Ray come out. Sanaya Downey in for the first time for Franklin Simpson. Jasmine Savage comes back in, and now they switch the direction. Cawthorn is the one to come out. Brown stays in. Smith the lone big now. Shimwell directing traffic for the inbound. Out to Kay. Catch and shoot 3 short, but chases her own miss down. Push the left block layup long. And now Nasia Nolan gets the defensive rebound for Franklin Simpson. To Lanaya Brown and Coach Jermaine Savage, the birthday boy, 1 day removed. Looking spry for 25. Tells us girls to hold up with 40 seconds left on the clock and a 13-point lead. Brown just dribbling at the midcourt logo. Franklin Simpson going to hold for 1 here. But the way this game has gone, any points, fantastic.
Yeah, I think as long as you don't turn the ball over and give it points to Todd County, you just take this for the last shot.
Crowd coming to life with 10 seconds left. 8, 7, Brown up top against Collin, 5 seconds. Inside and out dribble, gets inside against 3 defenders, heavy contact. A foul called with 1.7 seconds left in the half. And they're going to give Lanaya, they say it is in the act of shooting as well. So Lanaya drives in, forces the contact, and will go to the line for 2 free throws.
It all started with kind of what a sort of an in-and-out dribble as she misses the first one. An in-and-out dribble that got the defender kind of shaking up a little bit, and then had 3 players suck in on her. And, she's just been really good down low in this game.
Between that and the hesitation earlier, she's flashed some handles we have not seen this season. Second free throw gets the bounce as it hangs up on the front of the rim and falls. 32-18 will be the Franklin Simpson lead as we take this game into halftime. Offense, the story of the first quarter. In the second frame, the Lady Cats, despite having no Cawthorn and Smith for most of the quarter, allow just 7 points, and they take a 14-point lead into halftime. 32-18 is the Franklin Simpson edge over Todd County Central in the girls' 13th district championship game. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll get you all the numbers from this opening half, see what other scores we can pick up from around the area in terms of all these other district championships going on, and we might just chat a bit about the boys district title game coming up tomorrow night between Franklin Simpson and Logan County as the Wildcats look to keep their winning streak alive against the Cougars. Tonight, so far, so good for the Lady Cats. They lead at 32-18 at the break. Here on 92.3 WFKN. We can do 2 minutes.
And now, for your halftime entertainment, here comes your Franklin Simpson Wildcat.
Let's see if I can find any scorers. Bowling Green was up at the end of the third.
What's up? 7.
Halftime of the girls' 13th district championship game here at Franklin Simpson High School, where the Lady Cats of FS lead at 32-18 over Todd County Central. 4 district championships going on here tonight. Tyler Eaton joined by Tavius Babb. We've got one game that has already gone final. Bowling Green in a bit of a shocker, beating South Warren 43-30. They remain the top dog, the reigning region champions. South Warren had been on absolute fire coming into that game. It was tied up at halftime. The Lady Purples only led 26-23 at the end of the third quarter, but they outscore South Warren 17-7 in the final frame to earn one of those top seeds in the region tournament. So they will play one of the runners-up from a different district. Still, the latest score update we have from the Barron County game against Warren East is the Trojanettes leading 40-31 at the end of the third quarter. And TV, the latest score you saw had Metcalfe County up after 1 over Cumberland County. So far, all of the top seeds taking care of business tonight, which, as we know, is not always the case. Sometimes you got top seeds that lose in the opening round. The boys' side has already had some more chaos. The big one, Glasgow, did end up beating Warren East in overtime in the 15th District Boys Basketball Tournament. For Franklin Simpson, it's important to take care of business, but we said most importantly for the Lady Cats, you use this, start taking care of things that you want to make sure you take care of in the region tournament. I don't know that you would say the Lady Cats have checked all their boxes because of the foul trouble that's been forced on them in this one.
Yeah, I mean, I think what you want to do in this game is have the least amount of tape on you as possible as far as weaknesses, and right now we've seen 2 games of Todd County playing Franklin Simpson where foul trouble has really kept. In that first game, foul trouble didn't really keep Todd County in the game. I mean, it made it more of a blowout, I guess you could say. But in this game, I mean, the score was pretty close up into a couple of runs by Franklin here and there. And again, if Todd County just makes a couple of shots, I mean, they're 5 for 16 right now from the field, but 7 for 10. At least that's what I have from the free throw line. So.
And I think, to me, the biggest thing that stands out, if you're looking for a positive as it comes to the region tournament, it's the reemergence of Lanaya Brown offensively. She's already got 11 points to lead the way for Franklin Simpson in this game. She scored in double figures 14 times last season. This is just the 7th time she's done it this year. Granted, Traditionally, she's played well against Todd County. It hadn't shown as much this year. 6 points in the first game, 8 in the second game. She lit them up last season, scored her career high of 18 points against Todd County Central in the regular season, then had a great game again in the district championship with 16 points against the Lady Rebels. This is a matchup that she has feasted on, and typically it's because of how much attention goes on Larisha Cawthorn, but TB, she's been getting it done offensively with Larisha out, with Chloe out. She's forcing her own turnovers and going on the fast break herself.
Yeah, I mean, she has 4 steals in the first half as it is, and on most of those steals, it turned into points. She's a great transition scorer. She's also great at finding the open woman when she is in transition. She has an assist already in the game as well, and she has kind of done all the grunt work on defense that has rewarded herself for offensive production.
If there's one thing that Todd County Central can hang their hat on, it's amongst the region. They are by far the best at least limiting Larisha Cawthorn. Now, it comes at the expense of everyone else, as we've seen tonight, and we've seen it when these two teams have matched up over the last 2 regular seasons. Larisha had a season-low 10 in the first game against Todd County Central, had 16 points the second go-around. And if you go back to that district championship last year, she only took 6 shots, only had 7 points. She's been in double figures every game since then. She had 7 in the first quarter tonight, but then got into foul trouble. I'm fascinated to see if we try to see her assert herself a little bit more in the second half, or if the game plan continues to be, let's mix in everybody else. Lania's got 11, Vanessa Ray with 4, Chloe Smith with 4, and a huge 6 points in the first quarter from Nasia Nolan, who, just like Lania, continues to have success against this Todd County Central team. And we talked about this before we even knew if Nasia was going to be back. She is massive to this team's hopes of winning a region championship.
Yeah, she is really good, especially just being able to space the floor, especially when you have her and Jasmine on the court in the same way. And, going back to when you talked about the game plan, I think if you're Franklin Simpson, you're content with Larisha not having to do everything, because we know she can turn it on at any minute she wants to, right? But having the others kind of gain their confidence as the game goes on, getting their confidence into this next first region game, I think it's more crucial because, again, like I said, we saw Larisha score 22 straight points by herself in a game a couple weeks ago. We know she can do it again if she really wanted to. But to have the others come along and really play well, I think it speaks dividends to how better this team is suited than they were earlier in the season.
We do have a final score, 62-46. Barron County beats Warren East. So the winner of this game, 2 of the candidates emerging, Warren East in South Warren. I can tell you this, there's not a district champ that's going to want to draw South Warren for that opening matchup, as Franklin Simpson learned firsthand playing at South Warren earlier this year. That's a Lady Spartans team that can hang with and beat anyone. Franklin Simpson, no 3-pointers in the opening half, though they get 2 long twos banked in by Nasia Nolan. And they go 4 for 5 at the free throw line as a team. On the other side, Todd County Central, 7 for 10 as a team. Alexis Taylor, their star, 6 for 6 at the stripe. She's got 9 points as well as their lone 3-pointer. 4 points for Catherine Ballard, 3 for Jemiah Kay, and 2 for Chloe Collins. Rounds out the scoring in the opening half for the Lady Rebels of Todd County Central, who trail 32-18 in the first of 2 district championship games that we have in this set of 2 days. Tomorrow night we're back here, Franklin Simpson, Logan County. The Cougars beat the Wildcats by 30 at their place earlier in the season. The Wildcats return the favor with a shocking win in the second regular season game. Franklin Simpson was without Brody McAllister coming into the Russellville game. They lose Logan Morris, their starting center, a minute and a half into the game. They still find a way to beat Russellville by double digits. They'll be without both of those players tomorrow night. And TB, it's all going to come down to how do they stop Samson Hightower?
Yeah, defensively, they're going to have to really lock in on him. And we've seen in the last 2 matchups that they've played, in that first quarter, that's whenever Samson has done most of his damage. And then after that, he's kind of settled into the game. And so Franklin can withstand that blow in that first quarter that he seems to always have.
Yep.
I think that it can bode well for them in that district championship game.
Hightower was second team all region. Absolute snub. No way that dude is not on the first team. If you look at those 2 first quarters alone, he scored 29 points between the 2 opening quarters against Franklin Simpson. The Wildcats held him to 7 points the rest of the way the second time around in that stunning win. We'll see if they can repeat it and bring home a district championship here tomorrow night. It would be the first for the Wildcats under head coach Dee Spencer since the 2021-22 2022 season. Meanwhile, the Lady Cats looking to finish off district championship number 4 in 5 years under head coach Ashley Taylor. They lead at halftime 32-18 as we get set to bring you this third quarter, brought to you by Clark CPA and Advisory Group at 927 Brookhaven Road in Franklin. As a former athlete at FSHS, Tanner Clark knows a thing or two about basketball and a thing or two about money. Tax questions or issues that you need consultation for, need bookkeeping or payroll done. Tanner and his team do it all. Call them at 270-586-9899. Todd County Central starts the quarter with possession. They only scored 7 points in the second quarter. Jemiah Kay drives in on the right side. She had it knocked away. Vanessa Ray up with it. All the way in. Leaves it for Cawthorn on the right block. Right back to Ray. Can't bank it in from the left block, but gets it back off a tip. Second try, no good. And Catherine Ballard had it, then lost it. Ray took it back to Cawthorn. And yes, this time they score.
And a lot of quick chaos right there. I'm having trouble keeping up with the stats in that first possession, but it's something that you want to see from this Franklin Simpson team.
It ended with a free throw line jumper for Cawthorn as Ray nearly picks up another steal. Lanaya was gone out of transition if she did, but lost it into the scorers table by the Todd County Central bench. It's now 34-18 Franklin Simpson. Ballard, Collins, Shimwell, Taylor, and Kay on the floor for the Lady Rebels. Lady Cats with their usual starting five of Savage, Brown, Bray, Cawthorn, and Smith, both the bigs with 2 fouls as Kay drives it. Cawthorn, Larisha blocks it. Up ahead, Lanaya Brown, left block. She's got 13 points. Her career high is 18 against this Todd County team. She's going to have a chance to put a run on it if this game stays competitive. 36-18, Brown tips another pass. Nearly stolen, but Collins comes up with it. Into the corner, Jemiah Kay. Taylor wants it on the elbow, guarded by Cawthorn. Passes too long. Ray couldn't handle it, though, and Shimwell gets it back.
Yeah, they are hunting these steals right now.
They are.
Todd County just can't seem to get a clean pass off.
Left side, Collins. Ray reaching in at her. Puts it on the floor, moving right. Tries to fire it into the corner to Shimwell and just threw it over her head and out of bounds.
And that's that defensive pressure right now by all of these players. I mean, there's not one single person on the court that isn't playing great defense.
We talked about Franklin Simpson having issues being sped up at times. The Lady Cats are speeding up Todd County Central right now. They want to slow things down, run their half-court sets, get to the free throw line, make it a drag-it-out game. And the Lady Cats have had none of that since the opening 4 minutes. Right side, Savage holds it above her head, surveys, escapes with a dribble. Now sends it to Cawthorn at the elbow. Double team to Ray. Mid-range jumper. Right baseline is perfect. 6-0 run to start the quarter for Franklin Simpson in 2 minutes. The lead is up to 20.
And how great a passer is Larisha. Triple teamed and finds Vanessa right in the short corner.
Right corner. Taylor a 3 over Savage. Off the heel, no. Rebound deflected by Smith. She was trying to take it away from Kay. They say it was last touched by Chloe. Out of bounds to stay with Todd County Central. Shimwell to inbound. Goes up top to Taylor, guarded by Smith. Drives right. Chloe cuts her off. Crosses back left. Spins right. Inside. Savage comes for the help and fouls on the layup try.
It's so good help defense. I mean, maybe just a little too much contact down low by Jasmine, but I mean, they've played great defense in the first couple minutes, and offensively, they started off the quarter really well.
Taylor's first free throw good. She's now 7 for 7 at the free throw line, into double figures with just 1 field goal. They've got 19 points, and they've made 5 shots. But at the line, they've made 9. As the second one falls for Taylor, and immediately Coach Suttle and the Lady Rebels take a timeout with 5:37 left in the third quarter. Franklin Simpson leads 38-20. Again, this third frame brought to you by Clark CPA and Advisory Group at 927 Brookhaven Road in Franklin. Tanner Clark and his team do it all. Call them at 270-586-9899. Tyler Eaton. 6 times. They've scored at least 60. They've won 43 of those games. On pace now to get to that number, leading at 38-20 as we come out of the timeout. Franklin Simpson ball with 5.5 minutes left in the third quarter.
And Larisha running point forward right now for this team, taking the ball down the court.
She and Smith, the forwards, Nolan, Brown, and Ray, the guards, is right side. Shot misses, and here comes Taylor. Fires it into the right corner. Kay drives it. Cawthorn spins back to Taylor, and they'll reset up top with Collins. Left wing Shimwell. Nolan on her with her 6 first-half points. Kay into the corner. Taylor thought about a 3, now puts it on the floor, guarded by Cawthorn. Larisha has played with her 2 fouls. Taylor gets inside, leaves for Collins. Pass outside, deflected by Nolan. Kay comes up with it, slips around the defense. Larisha guards it straight up. Kay unable to score. Outlet pass to Brown. Lanaya Brown has 15 points. This looks like, I mentioned last year versus this year. This is how she played last year, leaking on every fast break opportunity as Taylor misses a runner. Ball on the floor. Todd County up with it. Kay stuck on the block. Ray tipped it, but they're going to call her for a reach.
Yeah, I mean, she has been out in transition just about every play. And
as soon as the shot goes up, she's running. And we have not seen that hardly at all this year. Beautiful inbound play to Kay. She slips around Ray. Jemiah Kay drops it in. Vanessa gets the bump and 1. So quickly, Vanessa now with 3 fouls. And they're just caught sleeping.
Yeah, we've seen that a couple of times throughout the last few games, that they've had just some really not too often just mental breakdowns.
Yeah. Free throw misses, though, and Smith has the rebound. To Nolan on the right wing. Nobody picks her up. Nearly gets the bounce off the back of the rim. Doesn't. Cawthorn, though, uses the glass, and she's into double figures with 11. That ball hit the back of the rim for Nolan and died. I thought it was going to slip in. Stayed out, though, and here comes Kay the other way, and she gets a bump against Smith. And now this is a return to what we saw in the first quarter for Todd County Central when they took 8 free throws. They've already drawn 4 Franklin Simpson fouls. That's the 3rd on Smith. And for the final 4:05 of this third quarter, the Lady Rebels in the bonus. Kay's first free throw short. And she is now, for this ball game, 1 for 6 at the charity stripe.
And right now for Franklin Simpson, you have to learn how to move your feet on these drives and not even set up the incidents of a foul call.
Smith comes out, Majayla Butler in. Second free throw does go for Kay. And she's now up to 6 points. 42-23 as the Franklin Simpson leads. Cawthorn operating out of the point. Guarded by Collins, has a huge mismatch. Now Kay switches on to her.
Well, they're clearing out.
The Lady Cat bench and the players not on the same page with setting up how they want this possession to look. Cawthorn goes to the left wing, hands it off to Ray at the free throw line. Now right wing Nolan onto the baseline. It goes Brown. Butler, free throw line, Jay. Doesn't get the bounce long, and Shimwell gets the rebound. Boy, she's done a great job on the boards. Behind the back dribble to get away from Lanaya Brown. Flips up a runner from 8 in transition. Missed that one. Rebound was held by Nolan for a moment, but she bobbled it. Taylor takes it away and scores.
Now Todd County with their own little run. Franklin Simpson needs to get something going on the offensive end. They seem, again, just kind of discombobulated right now on both sides of the ball.
Now 42-25. 3 minutes left in the quarter. Ray, entry pass to Cawthorn. It was a little long. Larisha had it, but she had to step on the baseline as she came down with it. Franklin Simpson turns it over, and they'll take another timeout. 42-25, Lady Cats lead it with 3 minutes left in the third quarter here on 92.3 WFKN. We can do a minute. I was very quick. 3:01 left, third quarter from Frank Cardwell Court at Franklin Simpson High School. The Lady Cats lead 42-25, and out of a timeout, they pick up foul number 5 of the quarter. That was the 4th foul if it's on Vanessa Ray, and then she gets teed up after the fact and fouls out.
And I think they got the tee because she just bounced the ball on the court kind of aggressive. You just can't do that. And that's 5 for her. And, I mean, I guess luckily for Franklin, we have depth, but Vanessa is a big loss for us.
We've seen times where she has been the engine for this team. She finishes the game with 6 points and in a flash is fouled out with 2:57 left in the quarter as Chloe Collins makes the first of the 2 technical free throws for Todd County Central. With the foul, they'll get 2 more free throws. Collins makes the second. Actually, I think those were the 2 for the actual foul. Taylor will be the one to step up for the technical free throws. Reminiscent of what we saw with Noah Stovall of Russellville on Tuesday night, and what a shift that was. Stovall had been their best player, picks up his 4th foul, gets teed up, done, completely shifts the momentum of the game. As Taylor makes both free throws, unlike Franklin Simpson in that case, who only made 1 of the 4 free throws. Todd County Central makes all 4. It's now a 13-point game, and Vanessa Ray is done for the rest of this ball game with still nearly 11 minutes left to go.
Again, huge. For Franklin Simpson, you have to play without fouling from here on out. They're calling every foul. You have to play smart basketball.
Shimwell's inbound collected by Garrett to Collins on the right side. Kay wanted it left wing. Collins lost it, but was able to pick it back up. Now shovels it to Kay. Drives against Brown. Inside spin move. Cut off, and she walked. Moved the pivot foot from behind, and the Lady Cats will get it back. And she's walking a little gingerly on the right ankle, but I think walked that one off pretty quickly.
Yeah, I think she might have just twisted her ankle as she kind of slipped down. But, again, Franklin Simpson, you got to play without reaching now. I mean, you can't really take gambles in the last 2 minutes, 2:45, because – they're in the bonus.
And boy, now isn't it good to have Nasia Nolan back.
Yes.
She's out there with Butler and Brown as the guards, Smith and Cawthorn the bigs. 3-2 zone again for Todd County Central.
Comes overload.
Nolan on the right wing to Butler. On the left block, Cawthorn guarded by Taylor. They bring the double. Butler on the elbow out to Brown, and they reset with 2:20 left in the quarter.
I think if you do that again, you overload one side of the court, and then you make quick decisions to create that open shot.
Lady Cats content to chew some clock with a 13-point edge. Now they're the ones shifting the pace to slow things down. Cawthorn and Smith now standing on each elbow, Butler and Nolan in each corner. And Brown is just holding the ball up top, daring somebody from Todd County Central to do something about it.
Again, they're wanting them to overextend because that would give Larisha the opportunity to grab the ball around the free throw line, and we've seen her be deadly around the area. I'm just surprised that nothing's being changed right now.
We're in a standoff right now. Todd County Central doesn't bring any pressure. Now Collins comes after her, and it goes on the left elbow. Cawthorn down low. Smith against Taylor. Goes up from the block and fouled. They had her isolated one-on-one as they pulled Larisha out of the paint. And Chloe Smith will head to the line for 2 free throws. She's shooting 74% over her last 15 games. Did not take one in the game against Russellville, where she had 11 points on 5 for 6 shooting from the floor, made a 3-pointer for a second straight game. First of these 2 free throws gets the bounce.
And the hard part about Todd County is, I mean, they couldn't pressure it in that zone because that leaves the middle exposed. And so when they switched the man, Franklin was like, hey, we're just going to headhunt Taylor down low on the block.
Chloe's second free throw good as well. She's now got 6 points. And the Lady Cats lead 44-29.
And you waste a lot of time and get 2 points in the possession.
Lead back up to 15. It was at 14 at halftime. Spin move from Shimwell. Now leaves it off for Taylor on the right wing. Drives against Cawthorn on the elbow. Brown knocked it away, but Taylor got it back. Tried to drop it off for Garrett, but off her fingertips and out of bounds. And now the Lady Rebels are going to try to set up some full court pressure.
And that's the lockdown defense by this Lady Cat team. Larisha was sitting in the chair on that one.
Taylor and Cawthorn, between Larisha's time at Russellville, have been going at each other for well over the 4 years of high school. Both played in middle school as well at the high school level. Have been battling for a long time, perhaps the last duel between those two. Cawthorn gets it on the block, tries to wrap it to Smith, but Taylor knocks it out of bounds. Baseline inbound on the way with 51 seconds left in the quarter. Cawthorn on the elbow off the inbound. Fadeaway jumper. Doesn't get the bounce, but she gets it back. Put back no good. Third try is, and the harm.
I mean, she is just so tenacious at these offensive rebounds. And she has a great knack of knowing exactly where they're going to go. Granted, it is helpful that you shoot your own miss sometimes.
Yes.
But we've seen her do it so many times throughout the season.
She'll have a free throw here. Had 3 field goals and an and one to have 7 points in the first quarter. Had a chance to do the same here, but missed the free throw. And is now sitting at 13 points for the game. 2 off the game high of Lanaya Brown for Franklin Simpson. On the other side, Alexis Taylor has 15 of her own for Todd County Central. Right corner, Kay. Her Lady Rebels trail it by 17. Barrels through Nolan. No call. It leaves Collins wide open for a corner 3. Miss long, and Cawthorn gets the rebound. 20 seconds left to work with.
They're going to hold the ball.
Marisha brings it across half court, now gives it to Lanaya. They'll see if we isolate it for Lanaya again, but she picks up her dribble. Somebody has to come get it, and Cawthorn has it. 8 seconds left to go in the quarter. 5 seconds from up top against Kay. Crosses over, gets inside, pulls from 6 feet, left the jumper short. Lanaya had a chance at a putback, but it was up after the horn. And the Lady Cats, amidst all the chaos, with a technical foul, Vanessa Ray gone. But the Lady Cats weather the storm and extend the lead back out to 17 points. 46-29 is the Franklin Simpson edge as we head into the...
We've been with Franklin Bank since '92 because we trust them.
Franklin was a great fit to help build a team and a culture that just kind of resonated with both of us.
They took a chance on us.
It's not a banking relationship, it's a personal relationship.
That's the most important thing to me about doing business with a bank is to have trust and faith in the people you're dealing with. And the people at Franklin Bank do every bit that needs to be done to give me that feeling.
.26-29 is the Franklin Simpson lead in the girls' 13th district championship game over Todd County Central as we get the fourth quarter underway from Franklin Simpson High School. Tyler Eaton and Tavius Babb with you as Lanaya Brown gets it on the left side, drives in and is bumped by Damia Garrett. Fitting we start the quarter with a foul, 7 seconds in. That's been the story of the game, and Todd County Central was able to get back into this game in the third quarter because of it. They're already 14 for 19 at the free throw line as Brown's inbound pass is over Cawthorn and stolen away. Here comes Alexis Taylor. She's got 15 of the 29 for the Lady Rebels. Holds it on the right wing, now up top Shimwell. Jordan Shimwell averaging 9 per game is scoreless so far. Damia Garrett surveys, gives it to Kay. Top of the key, long 2-point jumper, rattles around, pops up, and then falls back down and through. Kay has 8.
And they needed that start to this quarter. They're going to have to generate some kind of some many turnovers in this quarter if they want to get back into the game.
They're now in the same spot Logan County was in against them on Tuesday, and the Lady Cougars waited until about 3 minutes left to go and then started to generate those turnovers. Cawthorn on the baseline, sends it to Bajayla Butler, right elbow jumper. Miss long, and Kay gets the rebound away from Cawthorn. 3-on-1 for Todd County Central. Garrett bobbles it on the left block, allows Savage to recover, back to Kay, and she's fouled and scores against Chloe Smith.
And that was a bad foul right there. In that case, you're kind of chasing back. You cannot foul and give up a layup.
And that's the fourth on Chloe for good measure. Nasia Nolan comes in, Lanaya out. And for now, they're going to leave Chloe in with her 4 fouls. LaRisha has 2. She picked both of those up in the first half and then managed with those. 7 minutes left in the ball game. Kay has a free throw. She's now into double figures with 10. Make it 11. She's made her last 2 at the stripe. And the lead has dwindled down to 12. Quick 5-0 run from just Kay to start this quarter. Nolan on the right wing. Ballard on her. Bump called on the floor on her way to the rim. They'll wave off the basket as they get the foul against Ballard. And I think we can already tell very quickly, TB. We said this early on, but especially in this fourth quarter, they are going to call this tight.
They're going to call everything. And so if you're Franklin Simpson, you got to be smart on the defensive end. You can't foul. You can't give up just extra possessions.
And on the offensive end, drive and be aggressive and take advantage.
But I think also you take your time with it as well. You know, I think the benefit for Todd County in the zone is you're kind of forcing Franklin to go into a shot early in the shot clock.
Cawthorn gets the inbound over Kay from 5 feet. Her jumper's good. She's got 15.
And the beauty of just throwing it up to LaRisha and letting her go get it.
48-34, 6:40 left in the game. Collins right side, up top Kay. Back to Collins. Taylor wants it posted against Cawthorn. LaRisha fell down. Taylor gets it. Savage has to rotate in. Layup misses, and Cawthorn recovers to get the rebound. Up ahead, Chloe Smith. Left block against Shimwell. Missed the layup long. Rebound knocked away, and Nolan rips it away. And now the Lady Cats will slow it down. Naja's been everywhere tonight.
She has. And on the other end, great help side defense by Jasmine that stopped the 2 points by Taylor.
Butler has it on the left wing. Gives it down low to Cawthorn. Her pass, though, kicked by Ballard. And the Lady Cats will inbound from the near sideline. 6:01 left to go in this one. Brown will check back in for Franklin Simpson. And out comes Butler. Or actually, they're going to now switch Brown to inbound. Savage was going to, but Lanaya will trigger it and gives it into Cawthorn. Brown comes right back to get it, and she's bumped by Shimwell again. Any contact, they're going to call.
And I guess for Todd County, as long as they don't get to the bonus early, you're okay with these fouls because you don't have to work for those fouls later in the game. But you have to be careful because that foul mark is coming up close.
It's the third of the quarter as Brown cuts inside left side. Missed the layup off the pass from Cawthorn, but Smith's putback is good. Was a beautiful job as Brown faked like she was going to come to get it from Cawthorn like she just did, then cut in. LaRisha hit her perfectly. The layup missed, but Smith with the putback gives her 8, and the lead is back up to 16. Taylor trapped on the elbow and walks with it before a pass. Chloe Smith lets out another yell, and the Lady Cats are starting to get that energy.
And Todd County has to run some kind of action to get LaRisha off of Taylor, or she's just going to be having trouble for the rest of the quarter.
And now they've got to really ramp up their defensive energy. Smith brings it across, gives it to Cawthorn. Brown will come to get it and then run back off, and LaRisha's going to operate out of the point. Now hands it off to Brown. Down low, Cawthorn. It's picked off by Kay. They went back to that same set with Lanaya coming to get the handoff from LaRisha. This time it was Brown passing to Cawthorn, but the pass was short. Taylor right side, drives into Cawthorn. It's ripped away by Savage. That time there was contact. They didn't call it. Lanaya Brown on the left block scores it. She's got 17, one off her career high. Timeout, Franklin Simpson.
And again, great help side defense by Jasmine Savage. That's twice in this quarter that she has come up big on the defensive end.
52-34, Franklin Simpson leads. Jemiah Kay for Todd.
Mr. Smith, what was that call about last Friday night?
Well, Doc, I thought he crossed the line.
I'm pretty sure everyone in the stands thought you were the one that crossed the line with that call.
I guess I get that all the time, Doc.
Well, I'm glad you finally came in here to get your eyes checked at Wilkins Eye Care.
And like I said, I hear that all the time.
Go Cats!
Wilkins Eye Care, 705 North Main Street, Franklin, Kentucky.
Had an easy tonight, TB, 8 for 10 from the field.
Yeah, she has done tremendous, and again, a lot of those that came in transition, but some of those were tough layups as well, and that all starts on the defensive end with 4 steals for her. She's gotten involved everywhere else, crashing the boards, a couple of rebounds here, an assist there, and she has played tremendous defense that has led to a lot of her offense, and she has played the game of her life tonight.
And Naja Nolan is easily going to see her season high in minutes. They've settled in with this lineup with no Vanessa Ray. If you're just joining us, fouled out, picked up a foul and then a technical foul back-to-back with 3 minutes left in the third quarter. As Alexis Taylor out of the timeout misses a three from the top of the key, and Savage gets the rebound. Off to Chloe Smith. Brings it down the right side. Steps around Taylor. Blocking foul call. Count the basket. And one. Taylor wanted to draw the charge. Chloe knew it. Stepped around. And really it was a straight sideways step. So she stopped the forward momentum. Drew the contact and scored.
Yeah, just the ability to control your body when somebody's taking a chicken charge. She makes her free throw. And again, this team right now, even with Vanessa sitting on the bench, has done amazing in this latter path of the fourth quarter.
Chloe now with 11 points, 11th time this year she's been in double figures and has really come to life at the end of the regular season coming into this district tournament. 55-34 now is the Franklin Simpson lead. It's 21. Ballard right side. Cawthorn picks her up on a drive, leaves it for Kay, trying to wrap around Smith. Eventually her pass kicked, and Franklin Simpson will defend a baseline inbound with 4:14 left to go.
And, you know, it's kind of funny. Sometimes they don't really look for the 3-second call. Sometimes they'll hunt it. I think they're a little bit camped down there in the paint.
Off the inbound, Shimwell has it, now wraps around deep to the right wing. Kicks it into the corner. Garrett back to Shimwell. Taylor jostling with Cawthorn down low. It goes to her. Larisha blocks the shot, but then the foul comes in. That's the third on Larisha. Chloe was in the area as well, but fortunate not to pick up her fifth foul.
And I think if Larisha, there's no need to right now to try to fight for positioning. You got the height advantage. She's going to have to make a tough shot over you if she wants to score. You don't give her the free throw.
Alexis Taylor, we said coming into this game, had taken double-digit free throws 8 times this year. You can make it 9 times. And she's 11 for 11 at the stripe. Second free throw, good. And the most impressive part about it is she has been on the floor for every second of this game. Smith brings it across half court now, 55-36 the score. That bucket, or those 2 free throws rather, broke up a 9-0 run from Franklin Simpson after the 5 straight from Jemiah Kay to start the quarter. On the block, Cawthorn against Kay. Wraps right, leaves it for Smith on the opposite side. She's wide open, and Chloe's got 7 in the quarter.
I mean, that was just perfect offense. The movement was great. The entry pass was great, and then Larisha, a great pass to Chloe.
57-36. Can we call that vintage Franklin Simpson offense?
We'll take it.
Big to big. Smith was all alone. Shimwell holds it up top. Lady Rebels are burning clock here. Down by 21. Now it goes on the right side to Collins. Fakes a pass down low. Now it goes back to Shimwell. Not sure here Lady Rebels have already used 30 seconds on this possession. Now they try to get it down low to Taylor. Cawthorn had it initially, then lost it down low, and Todd County will keep it underneath their basket.
I think that right now they're just trying to run some kind of set to get the ball to Taylor. I think if you're Taylor, you need to come out to the ball and get it, because right now getting the ball down low has kind of been a struggle this quarter.
Not only is she their best scorer, and we said she may be their best facilitator, she may also be their best ball handler. We saw that against Logan County as she was the one that handled their press. Nolan bats the inbound pass at the top of the key. Missed the layup in transition, though, and Todd County Central gets it back. Shimwell will bring it across. Nasia clapped her hands in frustration after that one, but it was a great defensive play. Taylor being doubled off the ball in the post. It goes on the left side to Garrett. Into the corner, Ballard. Now to Taylor on the elbow. Guarded by Savage, pulls it out to the top of the key. Gets a screen, triple team. Left side, Garrett. Down low, Ballard. Guarded by Cawthorn. Fires up a wild shot. Airmailed long, rebound tip to Larisha. Up ahead, Chloe Smith chases it down and drops it in. Chloe's got 15 for the game.
And this is when Franklin plays at their best. Defensive rebound, cross-court pass.
And what's so special about that duo is they both have confidence that the other one's going to get the rebound or is in position. They just know they're going to get it, and they take off in transition. Taylor's pass up top is deflected. Brown nearly had another steal. She and Nolan were fighting to take it away from Kay, but they get a reach against Nasia. 17 for Brown, 15 for Cawthorn, and 15 for Smith in this ball game. Those three have scored every point in this fourth quarter for Franklin Simpson. Right corner, three-pointer, way off the mark for Ballard. Rebound chased down by Smith. Right sideline, crosses over, leaves it for Cawthorn. Perfect entry, and she scores against Shimwell. The Lady Cats have blown this thing wide open at 61-36 with a minute and a half left to go.
Chloe said, I'll return the favor to you and get you the ball down low.
Taylor on the right elbow. Guarded by Cawthorn. Trying to hand it off to Garrett. Can't, now goes to the right. Sends it cross court to Shimwell. Drives against Nolan. Cuts inside, fouled on the drive. It's the fourth on Franklin Simpson, second on Nasia Nolan. And they're actually going to say that's in the act of shooting. So going to the line for two and trying to get her first points of the game will be Jordan Shimwell.
Franklin Simpson in the second half has just really put it on. And here comes some of the bench players.
First free throw misses for Shimwell. It ends up serving as a secondary senior night for the Lady Cats, playing this district championship at home as two of those seniors, Sanaya Downey and Talia Spencer, will check in. And Jasmine Savage steps off the floor at Franklin Simpson for the final time. Majayla Butler, Mackenzie Taylor, and Mila Rigsby come in as well. Nasia Nolan, Lanaya Brown, Larisha Cawthorn all come out victorious. The first two jumping to Coach Taylor. Larisha almost fell and then realized, let me not hurt myself, and gently made her way to the bench as the Lady Cats empty their bench in a 61-36 affair with a minute and 7 seconds left to go. Shimwell misses both free throws, and the Lady Cats have it with Rigsby. Left side, Taylor gives it over to Spencer in the corner. Talia puts it on the floor, fires up a mid-range shot, left short, rebound tipped, and here comes Shimwell the other way for Todd County Central. Gets inside against Rigsby, missed the layup, and Majayla got the rebound. 40 seconds left to go. Majayla sprints across half court, now pulls it out to the baseline. Kick out to Mackenzie Taylor for three. Got it! And that is how you put a bow on a district championship game.
Talk about a statement. Franklin Simpson.
Will Taylor strolls the sideline, pumping up the entire crowd. What a moment for these fans, for this family. And I don't just mean the Taylor family. This team is a family. 64-36 now the score. Right side, Alexis Taylor gets her own three back to silence the load the buses chant. She's got 20 points in a game in which her team has 39. And that's all they're going to get as the Lady Cats dribble it out. And for a second straight year, Franklin Simpson and Todd County Central do battle in the district championship game. And for the second straight year, Franklin Simpson comes out on top, prevailing as champions of the 13th district for a fourth time in 5 years. Under head coach Ashley Taylor, 64-39, your final score, as the Lady Cats head to Diddle Arena and await one of the runners-up from the other districts in the region. The season not over for Todd County Central either. They'll head to Diddle as well, and as they showed last year, still capable of making a run even out of that runner-up spot. Again, your final score, 64-39. The Lady Cats take it in the first of two district championships in 2 days here at Franklin Simpson High School. We'll take a break. When we come back, we get you all the final numbers from this one. We'll see, amidst all that Coach Taylor has to do with the trophy presentation, with the all-district team presentation, if she's still able to make it over here for our normal post-game interview. We're going to hang around for a while and see if we can make that happen. If nothing else, we'll pick out our player of the game. This one I don't think will be too much of a mystery tonight for the Lady Cats, who win it by 25. You're listening to our post-game show now on 92.3 WFKN. Let's do a couple minutes.
The tournament runner-up trophy to the Todd County Central Lady Rebels.
That's Lanias.
Yep.
And now, the 13th District Tournament Champions, the Franklin Simpson.
Lanaya was this close to dropping that thing.
Oh, Gronkowski on the boat, right?
She was so close to dropping it. She knows it too.
And now, tournament winner, Michael Levitt, Coach Ashley Taylor with the game ball. Now it's our next selections, the 13th District Girls All Basketball Season Team. First, from Russellville, Demaya Allen. And from Russellville, Madison Kimbrough. Next, from Logan County, Kyla Blue. From Logan County, Jakaya Mason. Next, from Logan County, Brindley Adler.
The only issue is they only get 19 points from the rest of the team, and 11 of those come from Jemiah Kay. The two forwards did their jobs, but the guards just could not handle the pressure from Franklin Simpson's backcourt.
Yeah, I mean, the turnovers is what killed him, and we saw that with Lanaya Brown just going crazy, 8 for 10 from the field, 17 points. I mean, this team just couldn't handle these guards. They passed the ball across court so many times that it just opened up so many opportunities. And so for Franklin Simpson, I mean, it just made it pretty easy to handle this Todd County team.
Taylor and Kay both named to the all-district team, very deservingly so, not just for what they did in this game. Two very good seasons. Taylor an all-region selection as well. Jordan Shimwell honored to the all-district team. For the Lady Rebels, Franklin Simpson will have their honorees announced next. And up first is Larisha Cawthorn, the region player of the year, who scores 17 points to tie for the team high tonight with Lanaya Brown, who finishes a point off her career high. She came out with 6 points in the first quarter. Risha had 7 points in that opening quarter. And from there, the tone was absolutely set for the Lady Cats.
Yeah, it definitely was. And, I mean, we've talked about it at length throughout the entire game and into the end of the game. This team whenever this team is playing like this, running in transition, you had Lanaya going crazy, Chloe to Larisha to Chloe. When all those are working together, and then, you know, hopefully in the region tournament we sprinkle in a couple of Jasmine Savage threes, a couple Nasia Nolan threes, this team can be close to unbeatable.
Chloe Smith and Vanessa Ray join Larisha Cawthorn on the All-District team, and Lanaya Brown honored as well. Vanessa frustrated after her night tonight. 6 points, ended up fouling out in the third quarter, but she's had an incredible season. It's one of those situations where it's a weird spot to be in a performance like this, where obviously you can't be too upset because your team got the job done. But Vanessa's going to have to find a way to put this behind her, because so much of this season we've seen times, yes, the all-region selection, Chloe Smith, and she's been playing incredibly, 15 points in this game tonight. But there have been times Barron County pops up immediately where the second option for Franklin Simpson has been Vanessa Ray, and even calling it the second option feels wrong because she saved this team a few times, and they're going to need her at full strength, not physically here, but mentally going into Diddle Arena.
Yeah, you can't be mentally confused or just mentally shaken going into regionals, because like we know it, one and done. And if you have an off night, it doesn't matter if you're the best team in the tournament or not. If you have an off night and you're not playing at your best, you can get knocked out at any point.
Lady Cats getting set to cut down the nets. Lanaya Brown is already standing at the top of the ladder, waiting to get to cut them down. It is no secret that tonight she is your Pelican Snowballs of Franklin player of the game. With over 100 Snowball flavors, Pelicans, the perfect place for you and your family to get a treat. Be on the lookout for the start of their next season. Coach Taylor going to join us in a moment, currently handling the logistics of, well, one, making sure none of her players fall off the ladder as Lanaya takes down the first piece of the net, and the dismantling has begun. Lanaya 17 points in this game, again just one away from the career high that she set against Todd County Central last year. 6 points for Nasia Nolan, and those 6 in the first quarter were absolutely huge. We've seen a couple of times now where she's come out and scored early. She had 4 in the first quarter against Glasgow and sparked Franklin Simpson. And the big thing that stands out to me with her, TB, is her game is becoming more complete. It's not just three-pointers off the catch. She's working in transition. She's playing better defensively and is playing extremely confidently right now. There is no worry in her mind of any kind of re-injury. There are no mental blocks. She's just out there playing basketball.
Yeah, I mean, after she got rid of the rust not a couple games ago, but a couple games in to her tenure in this season, I mean, she has been lighting it up. We saw her at Todd County go crazy there. And, again, having these players hit these strides at this time of the year instead of the middle of the year, but at this time of the year, it can pay dividends to a Nasia Nolan who, again, can relieve pressure from Jasmine Savage to make all the threes, relieve pressure from Larisha Cawthorn from having to do everything in the post because she has somebody drawing them out to her. And so Nasia Nolan will be pivotal to this team and their success.
64-39 your final score as Franklin Simpson takes it over Todd County Central here tonight. We're going to take a break. When we come back, the head coach of the Lady Cats, Ashley Taylor, joins us to wrap this one up. Franklin Simpson district champions as they head into the region tournament once more. You're listening to Lady Cat Basketball on 92.3 WFKN. back-to-back years, the matchup has been Todd County Central, and Coach, back-to-back years where Todd County Central at times has pressed your team, at times has made it difficult. Last year was a much better start. Came out the gates, blitzed them to a 16-point lead in the opening quarter. Tonight, much different. Todd County Central played their game. They got 8 free throws to start their game. You knew it was going to be frustrating. They were going to earn their trips to the line, but every time they had any kind of window tonight, your team shut it down and maintained control.
Definitely. You know, I thought credit to our guards, man. I thought our bigs got in foul trouble early with those two. And, man, you're talking about two people that we run everything through. And, you know, it's just different, man. You're talking about the Region Player of the Year, third team region. Like, so when they went out, man, I was so proud of my guards. Like, they didn't panic. They held their own. You know, I thought we gave up a few offensive rebounds, but you're going to do that when you have 5 guards on the floor.
Yeah, and it wasn't like there were 4 guards out there. When you say your guards, that was everyone on the floor.
Oh, no, that was all guards. We were all guards. And so, you know, I was just so proud of just their poise of that first half. I thought we executed great, which is why, you know, we talked about that 15 a quarter. We said at 31, 32 at half.
Yep.
We were there. You know, even with them in foul trouble, we were there. And so that's what we just gave so much credit to that. And then I thought the second half we came out, I thought we executed off the jump, and then we went through that little stretch of the third where things got a little wonky, things like that, but we still didn't panic. I didn't see panic in them at all. It was very calm, cool, collective, and that's what's so good to be able to see. You know, I couldn't write this story. I told my seniors, you know, we've been together a long time. If I got away, that I would write their last game on this court. I don't know a better way to write it than to send them out winning a championship on their home court.
And a lot of what you talked about with the composure, staying calm, had to do with the senior learning the point in Lanaya Brown, 17 points. And I said it during the broadcast. That looked like last year's Lanaya Brown. When a shot went up, she was gone.
Man, I'm telling you, she was so poised, and she just gave it everything she had. She was everywhere.
Yeah.
Like, I would look up, and she was just everywhere. It didn't matter what it was you were asking her to do. She was everywhere. And so, man, I'm so proud of her. I thought she stepped up huge tonight in this game. But I had no doubt, man, you know, that loss that we took in the region last year really changed her.
Yeah.
It changed her mentality of how she was going to approach her last season of high school basketball. And I couldn't be more proud of her, man.
Something about her in these district championships. She put up 16 against Todd last year. Well, it's something about her against Todd in general. Had 18 against them in the regular season. Nearly matched that mark with 17 here tonight. Chloe finishes with 15, comes to life with 9 in that fourth quarter. And, man, this final 5 or 6 game stretch, the way that she's been playing, she's been letting out some yells, some flexes. That girl is, you know, we talk about how many the girls on this team have that dog in them. Chloe may be a little late. She's developing that puppy's growing up.
That's right.
That dog is starting to come out in her.
Reese's rubbing off on her a little bit. Reese's rubbing off on her a little bit. No, man, she's got it. She's such a, you know, for her it's confidence.
Yeah.
And so she's really finding hers this year. You know, I thought she started off, wasn't great at the beginning of the year, but stayed solid. I think she's always been solid. And now I just think she's taken another step in it. And, man, I told you she's a sponge. Whatever you ask her to do, she just takes it in, and I'm going to go out there and try to do this. No matter what you ask her to do, and that's why I feel like you're seeing her just improve throughout the year. And that's what you want to see from your players.
And I know in particular it had to feel good to end this thing with Ken's burying a 3. And Will running sprints up and down the sideline.
Man, I'm telling you, shout out to my family. They give a lot in there. Will Taylor does a lot of behind-the-scenes stuff that people do not see. But, man, it was just so good. You could feel the electricity. I love that, you know, those kids, they work so hard every day in practice. So being able to go in and hit that shot and this place just explode. You know, it's just one of those moments. It was a great ending, I felt like, to the game.
Well, and I've been here. I mentioned as I was going back through the numbers, the 11 points that you gave up in the district tournament opener were the least any of your teams have ever allowed. And I said in the beginning of this, I was here the last time a Franklin Simpson team gave up less points than that. Back in 2019, there were maybe 20 people here in the stands. It was a 6-win season for the Lady Cats. It was hard to know what things were going to look like. And to see what things have all of a sudden catapulted into, it's just absolutely incredible because not just are games being won. I mentioned the word family, and I say that extends far beyond just the Taylors. This thing is one big family for Lady Cat basketball, and it's really, really special what we have here.
It is, man, and credit to our girls. They started something so special that it us coaches, our parents, our community has all bought in to Lady Cats basketball. And so, man, it was a special night over there. Shout out to our fans. We appreciate the support.
Well, there's still far more to be accomplished for
That's
this
right.
team. Diddle Arena up next. That was the next thing to look at. That's been the bulletin board material since the beginning of the season. I say since the beginning of the season, since the ending of last season. That's been the new bulletin board material for your team.
It is 9 o'clock in the morning. Tyler will know I'm going to cut my net.
It's your
I
time.
love you, Ty.
We'll see you in Diddle.
I'll see you there.
That's Coach Taylor, and it's her turn. She's so excited to run over there and chop down that last piece that's hanging up of the net on the rim. Head coach Ashley Taylor, victorious. 4 for 4 in district championship games, 64-39. TB, as we wrap this one up again, it wasn't perfect. It may not have been everything that Franklin Simpson wanted it to be, but I think a poetic ending, not quite to an era, but an ending to an era inside this gym for this group of 7 seniors that have accomplished so much in turning this program around.
Yeah, they've accomplished so much, played so well together. I haven't seen a group of seniors quite like this class in a long time, and now all we're waiting on is that region tournament where we can see if they can make a run and really put on for the city.
The draw takes place tomorrow. We'll post the results of that on the WFKN social media as Coach Taylor waves the final piece of the net. The final celebration takes place, and the Lady Cats go home winners 64-39. Standing by watching it all, Coach D. Spencer by himself on the opposite side of the floor, just taking it all in. In his mind, you've got to imagine replacing the pieces, hoping that it's his Wildcats climbing the ladder, doing the same thing on the net that he stands below, as Franklin Simpson will take on Logan County tomorrow in the district championship game on the boys' side. Again, we'll be with you around 6:45, 7 o'clock that game will tip off. For my partner, Tavius Babb, back in the studio, Kendra Holt doing a fantastic job as always. For head coach Ashley Taylor joining us at the end of our broadcast, I'm Tyler Eaton. We will see you tomorrow night, 6:45. We're on the air, 7 o'clock at tips. Come out and watch on Channel 9 or listen, as you can all season long for both teams headed to Diddle Arena here on 92.3 W.